Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Ever felt like no matter how hard you play, you just can't win? You're carrying the game, getting MVP, but your teammates are feeding or trash talking, and somehow you still lose. Trust me, you're not alone. In this video, I'll show you why sometimes even your best play isn't enough to carry the team. And in the end, you're the one getting blamed for their bad plays. They act like you were the worst on the team, when in reality, if you hadn't been there, the game wouldn't have even lasted 10 minutes. Before this match, I was already suffering in solo queue. I was getting MVP and still losing every single game. So I finally said screw it and called my friend for backup. But nah, Moonton had other plans for me that day. They saw me lock in Joy and said, let's give him a real challenge. Next thing I know, first pick Layla in Mythic rank. I'm not joking. Tell me, would you ever first pick Layla in Mythic? Because when you see that, you already know. You're cooked. Here, as you can see, our roamer went for an early red buff invade, and I followed up to support. I managed to steal it, which should have been a win. But our mid laner didn't rotate. She stayed mid clearing the wave. Without her help, both the roamer and I got picked off. So even though we got the buff, the trade wasn't worth it. In situations like this, lack of team coordination turns good plays into bad outcomes. Right from the start, I had a feeling our Layla was going to be a problem and not for the enemy team. I focused on ganking their marksman early, trying to apply pressure and prevent our gold lane from collapsing. But despite every successful gank, our Layla somehow managed to keep dying. It's like she was speedrunning the death counter. And when it comes to map awareness, let's be honest, Layla was playing on her own mini-map in a different universe. The game was clearly shifting in the enemy's favor, so I had to take risks I normally wouldn't. Under normal circumstances, I'd never try to steal the turtle with 4 enemies guarding it. But with our Layla constantly feeding enemies, I had no choice but to try more. I did manage to steal it and escape safely, but honestly, it was a high-risk move that could have easily backfired. Here, enemies were taking Lord. Jawhead and I tried to contest it. Meanwhile, our teammates, scattered across the map, probably had no clue what was going on. A little help could have changed everything, but map awareness isn't for everyone. And that's how we lost. Our roamer dealt more damage than our Layla. And Alpha? I actually forgot we even had an EXP laner. It genuinely felt like he wasn't in the game at all. After that painful loss with Joy, I locked in Suyou and went full focus mode. I told myself, no mistakes this time. I'm done carrying lost causes. I didn't want to give the enemies even the slightest chance to win. In this fight, we managed to take down their jungler, Alucard. And here's a quick tip. Suyou unlocks all his skills at level 3, so don't be afraid to play aggressively early. His mobility lets you dive in and out with ease, making it hard for enemies to punish you. When you win an early fight, always look to invade the enemy jungle. It keeps pressure high and slows them down even more. Here, Alucard made a rookie mistake. He jumped on my level 4 Suyou while he was still level 3, probably tilted. Can't blame him though, no jungler enjoys watching their jungle get stolen. In this fight, our roamer was being chased by 3 enemies, so I jumped in to help. I nearly took down their jungler, but he slipped away with low HP thanks to a clutch slow from their Johnson. Still, I managed to turn it around, caught their mage and roamer instead. Not a bad trade. Then suddenly, their marksman Hanabi showed up. The moment I saw her, I didn't hesitate. I dived straight in. At this point, I was confident enough to take down anyone. In top lane, Argus was struggling to finish off Dairoth, so I did what any good teammate would do. I stole the kill.
Good job!
Then out of nowhere, Alucard jumps out of a bush, but I was already in wipe the map mode. I dived in and surprise. Cyclops joined the party, took them both down like it was nothing. And just when I thought it was over, Johnson rolled in. At this point, it felt like they were lining up to audition for America's Got Talent Feed Edition. After taking down Johnson, I secured the turtle and headed straight for Alucard's blue buff. At this point, the game was going to smoothly, so I decided to join the audition too, and giving them a free shutdown kill. In this fight, I poked Cyclops, then backed off to wait for my cooldowns. The moment my skills were up again, I spotted Hanabi out of position, went in, and burst her down with my first and second skill combo. Johnson tried to escape, but I wasn't done. I chased and finished him off too. Took heavy damage from Alucard and Cyclops though. Luckily, Queen's Wings kicked in just in time, clutched my survival. Without it, I was 100% dead. Here's another quick tip. Always go for cooldown boots on Suyou. You don't need tougher warrior boots. His strength lies in constant skill spamming, and that's exactly what makes him a meta jungler. While I was taking Turtle, Johnson casually drove past me. Then suddenly, Cyclops jumps out of the car to fight me, probably expecting Johnson to land a big crash. Didn't happen. I secured the Turtle and chased Cyclops down. But surprise, Alucard and Dyroth jumped out of a bush to back him up. And in the end, all three of them just made it easier for me to pad my KDA. At this point, game was pretty much over. I already had 16 kills out of 23 kills. I was sure that we could end with the next Lord. Just before we could take Lord, a fight broke out in mid. Farsa took down Cyclops, and Johnson tried to crash in, but completely missed. That gave us the edge. Our marksman followed up with a clean triple kill. Then, with our roamer's help, I dove in and finished off Hanabi. 4 enemies down, perfect setup for Lord and a straight path to victory. Lord was still 30 seconds away, so I went to clear the top lane in the meantime. But just as we were getting ready to take Lord, they surrendered for some reason. Not sure why, but I'm guessing they were tilted after picking 2 junglers and no one wanted to adjust. Makes you wonder, do you switch roles when a teammate wants your main? Or do you just lock it in? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and by the way, while I was recording this, Suyou got nerfed. His passive no longer reduces all damage, now it only cuts physical damage. Not sure how that's gonna play out, but I'll be testing the new Suyou soon. Stay tuned. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot.